Now if you go behind me, you'll come across a bar every few yards. There's an eating place every few yards. There's at least a dozen or more sound stages, and they're all playing different music. There are people in traditional dress. There are young clubbers in their club wear. Honestly, I think there's lots of live events all over the place, but I've never seen anything like this or experienced anything like this. Because the colours, the dress, the people, the sheer quantity of people, and the sonic explosion is just extraordinary. You can still find a space to call your own, and while you're there, well, rude not to, really. So this was a week in Marbella, never been before, Thursday to Thursday, dates picked at random, no idea what to expect, to see, to happen. After a 2.5-hour queue for security at Birmingham Airport, anything that happens now was good news. What became obvious pretty quickly was that there were random pockets of traditional dress and dancing, curious as yet undecorated structures appearing for no reason. So, is this what those crazy Marbella kids do on an average Friday morning? Turns out it's not an average Friday at all. In fact, the next few days were far from average. In the first couple of minutes of the first morning walk, it was that band you've clocked before. And then the traditional dress, not just there, but everywhere and every day for the next few days. And it's pretty spectacular. I mean, look at it. So we need to know, and we find out at one of those tourist information offices. The brochures are all in Spanish, and frankly, they're supposed to be. But we do fathom that this is a festival in honour of the city's patron, St. Barnabas. Or is it San Barnabe or St. Bernard? I've seen all three, but we'll stick with St. Barnabas. It marks the recapture of the city by Ferdinand and Isabella in 1485, and this was the first time this festival had been staged in Marbella for 2 years after strict lockdowns, so this was always going to be pretty huge. The day we arrived was a celebration of Children's Day. On the first day proper, the City Council organised a programme of musical performances. Not for us, clearly, and yet it's that band again. Next day, 11 o'clock, Saturday, the solemn Mass was celebrated. The procession in honour of patron saint St. Barnabas. And then on Sunday, a reenactment of the historic entry into Marbella of King Ferdinand the Catholic on June 11th, 1485. And he had quite a king's CV. King of Aragon and Sardinia, King of Sicily, King of Naples, King of Navarre, King of Castile and Leon, Regent of the Crown of Castile, making him the effective ruler of Castile, Emperor of all Africa, and that's just a bit of it. One of his contemporaries described him as the prince with marvellously beautiful eyes, which were large, almond-shaped and laughing, thin eyebrows, very sharp nose. What's a sharp nose? $150 to 200 bars all in one place? That sounds like it could be a bit tricky. It could be. But it isn't. The old town streets are packed, door to door in some cases, with bars and restaurants. Some, like this one, aren't there every day. It's a pavement, and then, miraculously, it's a tapas bar. even if the bar you'd chosen during the day is now full, there's another fabulous place within arm's reach. Seriously. We stayed in this amazing old townhouse in the old town. The marina area looks and feels different, a bit younger, a bit more drinks than the food in some cases, maybe. But marina life is best sampled in Puerto Banús, a short bus ride from Marbella centre, routes 1, 2 or 3, or €15 buys you a 30-minute return catamaran trip there. It's all a bit Ferrari and Gucci, but again, away from the staggeringly expensive backdrops, you can find that little bit of peace and quiet. So, did I come to Marbella with any preconceived ideas of what it was all about? Well, Marbs, maybe. I thought it was a bit of a party town, I don't know. But I didn't look for any party town, so I can't tell you if it's here or not. What I did see is lots of history and lots of culture, and lots of respect for that history and culture as well, which was a little bit of a surprise. And the streets in the old town are just achingly beautiful. It's just a really Instagram kind of place before Instagram was even Instagram, if you see what I mean. So my last lasting impression, would I come back again? Yeah. And pretty quick, I hope, too.